Well, hey guys, what's going on? This is Chris Boardwine with Davie County Diggers. I want to wish you a good day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know if you can see back there, my buddy Travis is over there digging. We are back on day 3 of a permission that has just been super slamming awesome for us. We've dug probably 6 two-piece Civil War buttons, flat buttons, a dandy button, and just gobs and gobs of bullets up out of here. So we're back at it again. Both of us are off work today. It's President's Day. It is cold as all get out. They had a pretty bad ice storm up here over the course of the last 48 hours. Lots of folks without power and trees down everywhere. So our thoughts and prayers are with everybody. So if you're affected by that, I hope it gets better for you soon. So anyhow, got started. Been here about 25 minutes. I think I've got 5 bullets already. It's been pretty hot and heavy at it so far. So I want to show you this hole that I just dug. Pretty amazing. Hang on. I don't know if y'all can get the full appreciation of how deep this hole is that I just dug this bullet in. But there goes my digging shovel. I mean, that hole's got to be bordering 2 feet deep where I pulled that bullet out. And that's what I pulled out of the ground, and then you can see what I've got onto here already with the bullets that I already dug. So that's a real promising start. Hopefully we'll get a lot more goodies today. I'm hoping for a button and maybe a plate. Who knows? Hang with us. All right, y'all, I got a pretty good signal here. I thought we'd dig one together. I've dug a couple more bullets since I last came to you. Nothing crazy, but been pretty steady. There we go. It's gonna be a Williams Cleaner Type 3 bullet. Not bad. Appears to be dropped. Look at Paul Bunyan over there. You know, he and I were talking a minute ago about how we couldn't be out here in the middle of summer. First of all, it's a bean field, and the crops will be planted. But second of all, it'd be 95 degrees, and this ground would be just baked solid. You couldn't get a shovel probably 6 inches deep because the ground would be so hard. And man, I had a really faint signal. I could barely hear it. I could only hear it one way. And I just decided, what the heck, I'd dig it. It was only coming up like a 14. So you can see how deep the hole is there. I know sometimes it's tough to get perspective on camera. But that's, you know, easily the height of that blade, which is probably 12, 14 inches. But I pulled this fired old 3-ringer out of the ground. Nothing special, but it just goes to show that old Knox, man. Some folks have some good things to say about it, and there's some folks have some bad things to say about it. And self-admittedly, we're digging under ideal conditions. The ground is soft and it's wet, but that right there, to pick that bullet up that deep, that's pretty impressive. All right, let's keep moving. We hit on a pretty long dry spell there where I was digging a bunch of aluminum and just junk. Hadn't pulled this out, but it does appear like it's a bullet. Let's take it out of the ground together. For sure. All right, for those of y'all that have been watching my channel for a while, what's this bullet? I'll do a little quiz here for you. I've already dug one today. I've dug a billion of them on the rest of my videos, so if you've been watching, you know. Yep, it's a Williams Cleaner Type 3 bullet. I just dig a blue million of them up here where we're digging. All over the place. That's a drop. Cool deal. Well, Travis has got a little hot spot over where he's at. I'm not going to show it because you'd see the house in the background, but we're kind of in a new part of the field. Give you a little bit of a feeling of what we're dealing with here. So just more farm fields with woods backing up to it. So anyhow, hopefully we'll get on some good stuff. Well, y'all, check out this cool bullet I just dug. It is flattened on all 4 sides. I mean, we've all seen flattened bullets that were fired. This bullet is not that. This thing was intentionally hammered down It sure is a world I'm seeing here. They were messing around with this bullet for some reason. I don't know what it was, but that's pretty cool. It's completely flat on all sides. Pretty neat. That's a cool piece of history right there. All right, I called Travis over here. I'm probably getting ready to dig a piece of aluminum can, but it's a really nice high tone and it was deep. You guys see my hat? Ain't that cool?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're watching the channel, so you know that I'm Davie County Diggers, but I'm supporting my buddy Travis today. He gave me this awesome Relics hat, so thank you, Travis.
You got
really
it.
Appreciate it. It's a cool hat. Yeah, so anyhow, I think it's over here in the plug. It was pretty deep, so man.
Be something good. Be something good.
Let me make sure I understand where it's at. Sometimes you walk away from a plug and you misremember. Yeah,
Wrong side.
I was in the completely wrong plug. Which,
Be something good. Come on.
come on, man. That dude looked like a silver coin to me.
Dude, yes it is. It's a small one too. Is that a real? It's not a nickel. It's not a quarter.
I don't know.
You need to get a little closer up on that thing.
Yeah.
Here's some food.
I think all my food's out, but
Let's see that now. That's real size. That's not a nickel. That's not. Is it a washer?
I don't know.
Dude, that's a real. It is. I can see him right there.
Yeah, I believe it's a real.
Oh, that's so cool. That's your first, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's real.
Woo!
Dude, what kind of numbers were you getting?
It was like 24, 25.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh, man, I noticed when it came out and it wasn't a dime, you know? It's not a dime, so it's a weird size. It's a half real, probably.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's my first Spanish real.
Out here digging Civil War stuff.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
I'll tell you, that's awesome. And don't tell them what you'll find. Dude.
We're gonna see if we can get a date off of it. I've got a loop here, so we'll come back to you and let you know what we find after we dry it off.
All right, buddy.
All right, guys, we did a little bit of cleanup on it, and we can confirm that this is a Spanish real. It's a Carlos IV, and it's got the Mexico mint mark. I hope I said half real. That's what I meant to say. It does have the Mexico mint mark on the back, like I just mentioned. It's pretty slick, but hey, that's my first real, so I'm really, really excited about it. I'm glad you guys were here with me to watch me dig it. So there's only one thing left to do when you dig your first Spanish. Let's do it now. I've been told you can get in a lot of trouble in the detecting world if you don't do this, but the first Spanish silver that you dig, you got to put it in the washing machine. Clean as a whistle. All right, let's get on to some more good stuff. We know it's out here. Well, I had a 14-15 signal here, and I'm awful disappointed that it's not intact. You guys know what that is? I know what that is. It's part of a heel plate. Probably could see it better that way. I'll throw some pictures up when I get back in and make the video of what this one would have looked like. It doesn't appear to be a heart-shaped heel plate, but a heel plate nonetheless. I love digging heel plates. That's a great find right there. We'll check around in the hole, see if we find any more of it.
Well, for those of y'all that are familiar with the channel, you may remember me talking about heel plates a couple months back when I was fortunate enough to dig this intact one in a farm field close to my house. A quick recap is that these are going to be Victorian age, so mid-1800s until about the turn of the century. And they were nailed into the heels of boots to prevent the heel from wearing down so quickly. Now, it's interesting because there's a lot of discussion back and forth on the internet about whether or not these heel plates were nailed into the heels of Civil War soldiers' boots. Now, we know unequivocally that they were nailed into the heels of women's boots, but there's a lot of unanswered questions about whether or not they were actually worn by Civil War soldiers. I can tell you that this heel plate was dug at a Civil War Union camp, but there was an old home site that's no longer there all around where we were digging. So in this particular instance, the question of whether or not it was worn on a women's boot or on the heel of a Civil War soldier's boot, well, that's going to be a question left for the ages.
I didn't even have to get the pinpoint right on this one. I flopped it out of the hole and I saw it flop as soon as I did. A pretty drop 3 ringer. Yeah, good deal. Well, you ain't gonna believe this, but I thought maybe I found the other part of that heel plate, but no, this is an entirely different one. That's crazy. 2 heel plates within 20 feet would have come out of the heel of a boot. That's really cool right there. I must be living right, because I got another one where I flopped the plug over, didn't even have to get the pinpointer out, just saw it clumped right in there. Let's see if we can get it out and see if there's an imprint left. I love seeing those imprints. Probably not. That's okay. Oop, there it goes. Everything's so dirty out here today. A little drop 3 ringer. And why do they drop so many 3-ring bullets or Civil War bullets in the first place? Why do you find so many of them dropped? Well, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, they used the powder out of the paper cartridge. So when this thing was wrapped up, it would have been in a paper cartridge with the black powder in it. So a lot of times they use the black powder to start the campfires at night. And another thing was, when that black powder got wet or damp, it was kaput. You know, even drying out wouldn't make it work like it's supposed to be. So if any of the bullets got wet, they just got tossed on the ground. So that's why we find so many drop 3-ringers or Civil War bullets in general. Travis has said he's got something kind of exciting.
Used to be a little spur, part of a spur anyway.
Absolutely.
Ah,
Is that your first spur?
a piece of one. Yeah, I never dug one before.
That's cool, dude.
It's a good signal. It's 2021. I was hoping it'd be a button, but I'll take that.
I bet it did ring good.
Yeah, it's good solid.
Nice, man. I just dug this little doodad. Not exactly sure what it is. It appears like it did used to spin. I can't do it with one hand. I don't know if it was part of a clock or what it is.
Got some pretty doodad on it.
It's got some fancy on it. Anybody knows what that is, hook a brother up, let me know. Travis is filming and I'm gonna film here a little bit, so we may be talking over each other a little bit. But he has said he is digging something that is one of my favorite things to dig.
I don't even know if it's got an end to it. See it right there? Skeleton key.
Please be intact. Please be intact.
Oh yeah. Maybe missing some of the teeth. Some of the front teeth broke off. That's about it.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I've never dug one that big.
That's a beauty. That's a monster, man.
That's a good signal. 2021.
I bet it was.
I'll take it.
Yeah, man.
There's an old house up here probably.
That might
Where
have
you
been-
found that real, there's a lot of brick on the ground here. And Chris found that real. We found all kinds of home site stuff up here mixed with the Civil War stuff. So
Good find, man.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! Well, y'all have dug enough 2-piece Civil War buttons to know that the Confederate buttons that I've dug have been 18, 19, and most of the Eagle buttons have been 15, 16, and they sound a lot like bullet signals. Well, this one was hitting 15, 20, but it was really deep, and I decided, yeah, we'll go ahead and dig it, and I pinpointed it, and hoping it's not a shotgun shell. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, I see the top of the shank popping through there. Probably going to be a general service button is my guess. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of light toothbrushing on it, and I'll come right back to you. Well, that's definitely what it is. We got a Eagle General Service button. This sandy soil is pretty kind to these buttons. It's got a Waterbury Button Company back mark on it. And be interesting to see how it looks when it dries out, but it's got some pretty nice detail on it. You can see the crest in the middle of the eagle there. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Always love digging Civil War buttons. Woohoo! I'm sorry to get Travis over here and waste away his time, but I ain't but 20 feet from where I dug that real. It come up 24, 25, and that's what this signal's coming up. I turned the earphones off so you could hear it.
Let's see the VDI too. Pretty tight. It's not wavering like aluminum would jump, you know? That's probably a coin.
It's not as deep as I'd like.
Or a solid piece of, well, there's been some shallow stuff here.
It's pretty deep. Come on. Hey, could lightning strike twice?
Could be another, I mean, but you know, that's pretty solid. It's not jumpy.
I mean, it sounded tight.
I mean, you're literally about 20 foot away from where you were.
I mean, it definitely could be something good. I mean, obviously it could still be just aluminum junk.
He's out over there. Still just as solid?
Yeah, I don't see anything. Is this where I heard it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wouldn't. We just thought it was. Probably was ringing off the back of your coal still in the hole.
It could be.
Yeah, you're right there on it.
Come on, man. Be something good.
It's up there at the top. There, button. Right there, right there. Oh, stop. Right behind you. Right there. See it? It's a button or a coin. Maybe it could be a penny, flat button.
I see something.
I sees it.
Come on, man. Be something good. It's got a shank.
Little flat button. Ringing hard though for a flat button.
Ringing awful hard.
No, that's a. Look, it's an eagle button.
Oh, there's something on it. This is a one-piece button though.
It may not be an eagle on. I mean, it's not a. It's got some pretty doodad on it.
Yeah, it's got some fancy on it. I'll be dog Jimmed. I have no idea what this button is.
That ain't the snake, is it?
I don't know.
Two snakes,
You
cobras.
can see it better than I can.
No, it's just a pretty design on there.
Man, that thing rung up high.
That's a beautiful button though, man. That's
sure
really
enough
nice.
is. See if we can see any detail on the back.
All right, bud, good job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm not filming all my bullets. I'm trying to give you guys a rest on that. Yeah, I found me another one. I know it gets boring just watching bullet after bullet, but I wanted to kind of just keep you filled in. We'll find them here every so often. Been a great day so far, so hopefully we'll keep going with the bullets and the buttons and maybe another coin. Oh, crazy man. Oh, man, for goodness gracious. 2 Indian head pennies in a matter of just a few minutes. One is 1883 very definitively. The other one looks like it's either 1888 or 1882. I'm not real sure.
20 foot from a real, half real. I dig in Indian pennies and he digs reals.
That is crazy. Good job, dude.
They'll like them. I like them old Indian pennies.
Yeah, man. Well, out of the muck flops another coin. I believe this is going to be an Indian head penny. Oh, how about that for a one wiper? Let's go ahead and zoom in on 1899, no doubt. Did y'all see that one wipe? Oh man, that's a beautiful Indian head penny right there. Very nice. Let's see what the back looks like. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever had an Indian head come out of the ground that looked this nice right off. I'm pleased with that. Pretty coin. Well, y'all, this absolutely might be the coolest thing I've dug today, even maybe cooler than the Real. Check this thing out. This is a bullet that has been flattened, hammered down, and I'll let you be the judge. It's either in the shape of an arrowhead, but what I think it is, I think it's carved out to look like a Williams Cleaner Type 3. That is so cool. Well, I just pulled this chewed 3-ringer out of the ground, and I believe it's chewed quite literally. And I don't subscribe to the notion of there being widespread battlefield bullets where the soldiers chewed the bullet or bit the bullet. I think this more than likely was a critter or a wild hog. I'm not even 100% sure that it's chewed, but it sure does look like it. Yeah, pretty cool find. All right, y'all, well, I have just flopped another coin out of the hole. And we haven't even looked at it.
I think it's a barber.
I can see a dark spot that looks like it's holed. Will you hold it? And
Yes,
I'll put some water to it.
Yes, I will. Can I put my toothbrush on it real quick?
Sure you can.
I think that baby's awful thin. I got a Brillo pad. Let me use that.
No, how about we don't do that?
Little water. Yeah, here. It's seated, I think. Yep, seated. It's a half dime, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the back. Say dime on the back. Well, back is Slick City.
Yeah.
But you will get the date on the front.
Let's see.
It is.
See if we
You can see the date right now. You'll be able to zoom in and see it with your phone.
1877 seated half dime.
Is it half? Or is it a whole? Maybe it's a thin hole. I think it's a hole.
I don't know. Man.
It's either half. I think it's a whole dime. I'm not sure. Can I hold it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
It's a day of first for me. My first Real, now my first seated.
Boy, she's sitting on that rock pretty as the world, too.
Woo!
1877. Back is just, if it had one, I can't read the back. If it had one dime, we'd know. I think that's a regular dime. I think it's a seated dime.
Oh, man.
I think it'd be a little smaller for half.
How about it?
The seated, man. He gets
How
reality
about it?
seated in one day.
Woo, baby.
Yeah, that means you're buying dinner tonight.
I guess so. Well, yeah, it is a seated, it is actual full dime, not a half dime. So just one more thing left to do. Put it in the washing machine.
You ain't got no sense.
I got no sense. That's true. Lady Liberty, give you a kiss.
Chris, man, you've hit a little spot in this area. It's got a lot of iron, but Chris is picking out some high tones in here.
I'm about to have a heart attack, guys. I just
Check
dug
this
that
signal
seated
out.
dime. Check this signal out.
He just dug that half dime. I mean, that seated dime. That's slamming. Man, I'm gonna tell you, that's gotta be, that's a hot something or another.
Ooh.
It's out of the pole, but we know what it is. It's just, we're just filming high tones. There it is. Oh, don't move it. Don't move it. Dude, what button?
Is that a button?
I don't know. Check and see if it's got a shanky.
Oh my goodness.
A little water, maybe. No shank. Or has it got a dimple for a shank? That's half penny size or 2 cent piece size. Dude, I don't know.
Dude, I don't know what I've got here.
I don't think that's a button.
I don't see any
Put it in my
sign.
hand.
I don't see anything where there was a shank.
It's built like a coin. It's tapered like a coin.
Yeah.
But it is awful slick.
Let's clean it up here on the sweatshirt.
There you go. I mean, see how you feel it? How it's like it's kind of tapered? Like, I don't feel like a button. Does it?
No, it does not. I can't make any.
I mean, it might be could it be a half penny maybe? That's a coin. Dude, that's a coin. Gotta be.
It's an old copper, but I don't see any detail on it at all.
Let it dry out. See how you can look at it, that just doesn't feel like a button.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's That's got to be like a half penny or something. Just roached over the ear. But that's not a button.
It's a little smaller than the size of a large cent.
So it's a half penny, probably like a British copper, maybe.
Very well could be.
Dude, what a day for coins and board wine.
Ah, man.
Good job, bud.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. There's my buddy Tay. As you can see by the gray sky, man, we ain't seen the sun all day, and I think it's getting close to being dark. Just pulled a nice little flat button out of the ground. I think the plow got a hold of it. It's kind of tacoed over a little bit.
Check this one out. See what you think about this one.
But, it's like I said in one of my other videos, digging a button is better than not digging a button. I don't care how ugly it is. And there's Tay's big old dandy
It's a little
button.
weird on the back, but I think it's probably where Shank was at.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big old dandy button, dude.
Got a little gold left on it.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice one, man.
Oh, yeah. Bullets have dried up on us, haven't they?
The bullets have dried up. I don't know how much longer we'll stay. We got a nice display for the homeowner that we're going to give her before we leave, so might be my last clip here today. All right, y'all, well, we're back in from the hunt. We got everything lined up. We had an awesome day.
It was fun. It was really a fun day.
The weather was not so perfect, but man, we had a lot of fun. Can't wait to show you what we got into. All right, Travis, do me the honor. Show me what you got, brother.
All right, man. I got 20 bullets. I dug 4 swage base. I've never dug those before. Those are 4 of those.
And for those of y'all don't know what we're talking about here, well, that's probably not a good example.
And you can see it now.
Instead of being cast, these were put into a lathe, and you can see those points of the star is where the machine gripped the bullet and it spun them and cut the grooves into them.
So I got 4 of those, 4 Williams cleaners, a Confederate Richmond Labs, pistol bullet. I said I wanted to dig a pistol bullet today. So I dug my first skeleton key, 2 Indian pennies, 1883 and 1882.
Cool.
Spur, broken spur. The guys have identified these as knapsack buttons, so just going by what they tell me they are.
Okay.
Round ball, camp lead. I dug real pretty dandy button, still got some gold gilt on it.
Dude, that thing is humongous.
And eagle cuff is a really pretty little button there. It's my only Civil War button. Then I dug like 8 more little flat buttons.
Check out all the buttons he dug.
Hit a bunch of little
They
flat
just go
buttons.
on and on.
12th Georges.
Okay.
Parasol set. Parasol. I guess that's a parasol.
Yeah, it's a parasol slide.
You know, I had a good day. 20 bullets, a bunch of it was different. We got on a little bit of an old home place as well as Civil War mixed together, so it was fun. And you're going to see it when you look at Chris's items. You got Civil War and you got way older than Civil War.
All right, guys, as for me, I dug a bunch of camp lead. Not all of it is shown. And the reason I'm showing some of these is they're just kind of cool. See how this piece of camp lead here is rolled? This one's folded over. As far as camp lead goes, these are some pretty cool pieces. 1 Williams cleaner base, some rivets. I'm not really sure what this is. I thought this was a gear, like off of a clock or something like that, but I believe it's actually built into the design of whatever that is. 2 heel plates. Wish they were intact. A piece of a harmonica reed. You guys saw me dig this. It moves and it's got some fancy on it. I don't know what that is. If anybody has any ideas, I'd love to hear it. I think I dug 25 bullets. I also dug a parasol slide. Kind of interesting. This thing is just freaking awesome. This is a piece of lead, obviously pounded out. It used to be part of a bullet. And what I think that they carved into what would look like a Williams Cleaner Type 3 bullet. Dug an old flat button. This is a really, really cool design civilian button right here. And then a pretty decent eagle button. I think it's going to clean up okay. And then as far as the bullets, most of them were 3 ringers. I dig a couple Williams Cleaners, 1 Sharps, 1 pistol bullet, a couple round balls. And then as far as the coins go, we've got that 1700s Real. You guys saw that. I got my seated dime, 1877. This thing is slicker than dog snot. I don't know what this is. This is a coin. I feel 100% positive. An old copper farm field coin. There is no shank mark, but it is slick. I can make out no detail. And then a really nice looking 1899 Indian head penny. So guys, as far as the hunt went today, I mean, it just exceeded all my expectations. Obviously I knocked these two off my bucket list, and it was just an absolutely phenomenal day. So what do y'all think about the hats?
Keeps your head warm in the rain and the cold.
Y'all want us to dig in these?
Yeah.
drop us a comment, let us know. Hey, check it out. We appreciate you watching the video. I know this is a long one. There's just so many cool things that we dug today. I felt like that they all needed to go into the video. If you haven't already done so, Travis Allen is my best friend. His Facebook and YouTube channel are Rowan Relics. Check them out if you haven't already done so. Obviously, you're watching Davie County Diggers. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit subscribe so that you get notified when I put out new content. As I said in the last video, Travis and I are primarily about Civil War relic hunting. That's what we do. If you like it, subscribe to the channel. You'll get a bunch more. So,
sounds good, guys.
What do you think, Travis? Anything else?
Time to head home.
Time to head home. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.